So this is an authentic train wagon which was used by the Nazis for deporting Jews. For sure, this is a highly iconic symbol for Holocaust worldwide. The way Yad Vashem has installed and designed this memorial shows actually that the deportations are a cut in the life of the persecuted victims. As far as you can say, although they have limited rights and drastically limited rights have had at their traditional living places, deportation means being uprooted and physically removed from your own place of living and entering a second stage of persecution, meaning genocide. This is the beginning of genocide, and it is the end of an existence of a free person who is able to take decisions and choices for his or her own life. This is the one thing. The second thing that Yad Vashem wants to focus on here is the question: by depicting or by displaying such a caron, a wagon, you actually pose indirect questions about the perpetrators. Who were the persons who organized all this system of deportations throughout Europe? Who were the persons who closed and sealed the train wagons? Who were the persons who accompanied the victims to their death? So these are indirect questions that are posed here also. And I think here in Yad Vashem the most important point is what you can see on the wall below this train wagon. It's the voice of a victim, because the fact is, by sealing the train wagon, you close the experiences of those sealed in, and you actually turn them into something invisible. The idea is to make the experience of the closed-in persons, of the sealed persons, of those who are deported, visible and also maybe partly imaginable by a quote of a survivor who was sitting in this wagon. And he describes in a very, very detailed and personal way the experience he went through, being humiliated personally in his dignity, but also being degraded as a person who already is not able to maintain her substantial and basic moral system by not being able to share a half glass of water that he purchased, and he was not able to pass it on to a woman who had already an already fainting child in her arms. This shows you always also the way that the experience of deportation devastated the victims, not only physically but also as moral beings, as human beings.